Can we talk about this question? Let's see this question. Obesity is characterized by increased amount of lipid in adipocyte. And which type of lipid? Which type of lipid in adipocyte? Simple or compound lipid? Yeah, simple lipid. That is deposited in adipocytes. Remember that. And which simple, all simple lipids are glycerolipids. All simple lipids are glycerolipids, not sphingolipids. So now obesity is characterized by increased amount of lipid in adipocyte, which triacylglycerol. Triacylglycerol is simple lipid. It is the cause of myriads of metabolic problems in obese person. If very high amount of this triacylglycerol is deposited in adipocytes, it is the cause of big problems. For example, hyperlipidemia, hypertension, type 2 diabetes. So these are the causes. This happens because of deposition of lipid. Okay, so lipid in adipocyte is produced by process. Which process? What is adipogenesis? Lipogenesis. Okay, Li. It is not Ly. So sorry for this spelling. Adipogenesis is what? Adipogenesis is division of adipocytes. Okay, so this is the basic difference. Lipogenesis means formation of triacylglycerol from fatty acid and glycerol. This is lipogenesis. Okay, lipogenesis. Now, so lipid in adipocyte is synthesized by process of lipogenesis. Okay, we have replied this. This is nothing but storage of excess energy in the form of chemical energy. That is triacylglycerol, a simple lipid one. So lipogenesis is activated by which hormone?
Fat condition.
Yes.
Insulin.
Yes, insulin. It is activated by insulin. Insulin makes you fat. Insulin. Yes. So this is the answer. Yeah. Insulin will cause lipogenesis. Insulin means fat condition. Simple logic. Fat condition. Fat condition means high glucose. And you know, glucose converts into this fat. Fat. So that is why insulin will cause fat production. Now let's talk about this this last question. Lipogenesis is active during well-fed condition, but lipolysis occurs during fasting condition, fasting and starvation condition to provide fuel. Is activated by following hormones. Okay, choose more than one. Okay, which all hormones actually causes lipolysis to provide fuel for our body?
Glucagon,
Yes,
epinephrine,
it is glucagon. Yes, glucagon. Except insulin, all hormone will actually cause lipolysis. So there is a, I will tell you, there is a concept you can see. Insulin and glucagon, this is fed enzyme. They are always in all non-insulin. So we classify metabolic hormone into insulin hormone, and these all are non-insulin hormone. So insulin is present in one group. This is giant hormone. It stands alone, but all other hormones actually opposes the insulin function. They are all actually generally expressed along with glucagon in fasting condition. So it is a general terminology. When you study endocrine, you will study more in detail finally. But for the time being, for metabolism, we are going to talk about metabolism. Just understand fed condition, insulin stand alone. No hormone help insulin. In fasting condition, with glucagon, other hormones comes, and this all other hormone will be responsible for adipolysis. Adipolysis, lipolysis, all are responsible for lipolysis and production of fatty acid and production of energy. All hormones are responsible, especially glucagon. We will focus more. When I tell you glucagon, just remember glucagon. Along with glucagon, other hormone will also help. So glucagon is the main important. So you can see a very important hormone. This is called leaning hormone. What does it do? It only causes lipolysis, but not proteolysis. Okay, it will cause protein gain. So this is called leaning hormone. This is called youth hormone. Remember this. This question is, I have also seen the same question in NBM and USMLE. So this growth hormone is leaning hormone. It is asked very frequently. So take home message is insulin makes you fat and glucagon makes you thin. Simple thing. Make it very simple. Did you all understand the concept of insulin and glucagon in relation to fat? So you can see adipocytes. In adipocyte, lipogenesis happens. So what happens from this glucose? From this glucose only, we have seen glycerol synthesis, and from this glucose only, acetyl coenzyme A is formed, and from this acetyl coenzyme A, this fatty acid is formed. So this fatty acid and glycerol assemble to form this tag, triacyl glycerol, and this is deposited in adipocytes. This is called adipogenesis. Sorry, lipogenesis. This is called lipogenesis. Lipogenesis. We will talk about lipogenesis. We have already done synthesis of this backbone, glycerol backbone. We will do this synthesis of fatty acid in very detail, and we will do lipogenesis. In lipogenesis, we will talk about this only. So when I tell you synthesis of fatty acid, you have to understand yourself that it is a part of lipogenesis. When we talk about synthesis of fatty acid, you will have to understand it is part of lipogenesis. Okay, when we talk about the oxidation of fatty acid, you will have to understand it is part of lipolysis. And adipose tissue, fatty acid, the specific fatty acid is present in adipose tissue. The specific fatty acid, I have already told you, palm tree has this fatty acid, the same fatty acid we have. This is called palmitic acid, 16 carbon fatty acid. 2 more carbon with stearic acid. Okay, 18 carbon stearic. These 2 fatty acids are predominant fatty acid present in this triacyl glycerol, and 1 unsaturated fatty acid that you find in olive oil, that is called oleic acid. Okay, this is also 18 carbon fatty acid. So this oleic acid, palmitic acid, and these are present in this adipose tissue. Okay, you got that?